Welcome to VAR India News Hour. 77% of organizations in India experience downtime during peak festive season. The impact of COVID-19 findings revealing the imminent need for organizations to prioritize and strengthen their cybersecurity architecture. The findings brought to light that during the past 18 months, 81% of global organizations experienced increased cyber threats, with 77% of the organizations in India experiencing downtime due to a cyber incident during a peak festive season. Further, while the top three most threatening cyber risks that were detected are malware attacks, data breaches, ransomware and cloud jacking, over 30% of the IT professionals also experienced vulnerabilities in their Internet of Things devices. During these peak periods, 91% of them find maintaining a fully staffed security team even more challenging, as with the adoption of a hybrid work model, 59% of them expect half or more of their organization's workforce to be remote in some capacity. It is imperative that all business of scale evaluate and prioritize security technology to keep them protected, especially during peak seasons like the holidays, and traditional approaches are no longer enough. 94% want their organization to improve its overall cyber readiness, and businesses need an integrated security architecture and always-on approach to prevent, protect and react to the threats of today. As the holiday and the festive season in India has already commenced, 91% of the IT professionals anticipate a moderate or even substantial impact by increased demand for their products and services. Most organizations have invested in cloud security, advanced threat protection, the Security Operations Center, mobile security and endpoint security. Cyber attacks tend to skyrocket in India during the holiday season, as we tend to spend more time online and often let our guard down. Taking advantage of this, bad actors adopt newer techniques and sophisticated means to target businesses when they are most vulnerable, said Venkat Krishnapur, Vice President of Engineering and Managing Director, McAfee Enterprise India. The problem is further exacerbated with employees using the same devices for personal and office work, exposing critical networks, and thus, with an eye to stay ahead of criminals, organizations need to ramp up their cybersecurity readiness and undertake adequate security measures. Let's look into today's headlines in VAR India. MyGlam parent becomes 35th unicorn with $1.2 billion valuation. The Good Glam Group has become the latest entrant to the so-called tag of Indian unicorn list after it raised $150 million in its Series D round of funding, co-led by marquee investors including Process Ventures and Warburg Pincus, even as it plans to make 4 more acquisitions in the haircare, naturals and personal hygiene sectors by the end of this year. The company claims to have become the first beauty and personal care D2C brand to enter the coveted Unicorn Club and has been valued at $1.2 billion following this transaction. Lava launches Agni 5G smartphone under Rs 20,000 level. The Lava Agni 5G has been launched with a price tag of Rs 19,999 for the 8GB RAM and 128GB storage. It is the company's first 5G phone in the market. The smartphone comes with a 6.78-inch 90Hz LCD display, 64 megapixels primary camera, a 5000 mAh battery, and a MediaTek Dimensity 810 SoC. It competes against the already crowded section of sub-20,000 smartphones, where all major OEMs are providing pretty good 5G smartphones with great hardware. Sources said customers who pre-book the Lava Agni 5G via the Lava e-store till November 17 can get the device for as low as Rs 17,999. Digital ID firm Socure hits $4.5 billion valuation. Socure, the provider of digital identity verification and fraud solutions, has been valued at $4.5 billion following an oversubscribed $450 million funding round. Socure's predictive analytics platform applied artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques with trusted online and offline data intelligence from email, phone, address, IP, device, velocity, and the broader internet to verify identities in real time. The company said it will accelerate its investments in product innovation, penetrate new markets including the public sector, as well as strive to attract and retain the best product, data science and engineering teams in the world. Mastercard launches crypto-linked payment cards in Asia Pacific. MasterCard has partnered with cryptocurrency service providers Amber, BitCurve, and CoinJar to launch its first crypto-funded MasterCard payment cards in the Asia-Pacific region. Cryptocurrencies are many things to people: an investment, a disruptive technology, or a unique financial tool. As interest and attention surges from all quarters, their real-world applications are now emerging beyond the speculative, says Rama Sridhar, Executive Vice President, Digital and Emerging Partnerships and New Payment Flows, Asia Pacific MasterCard. Sources said some merchants are already accepting payments in digital currencies such as Bitcoin or Ethereum. According to a MasterCard survey, 45% of those surveyed in APAC say they are likely to consider using cryptocurrency in the next year. Rahul Shandilya to head the GMR Group as Group CIDO. The GMR Group has roped in technology leader Rahul Shandilya as their Group CIDO. The group company of GMR comprises many companies including GMR Energy, GMR Infrastructure, GMR Airports, GMR Enterprises, etc. Shandilya will handle all aspects of IT strategy and the company's digital transformation plans. Before joining the GMR Group, Shandilya was the Group CIO at Welspun Group, where he led group-level IT strategy and execution that included core areas such as automation and the digital landscape. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VAR India News Magazine. You can download the VAR India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.